Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. Now, I was joking with the horse. Every time that the horse comes, it makes me laugh. Ciao Romeo, come va?
Oh, Beppe, very good. You look very good with this jersey, including Pirlo.
It's beautiful.
No Pirlo, no party.
No Pirlo, no party. I received it from our friends from Turin Giants. You know Turin Giants.
Yeah, for sure.
And no, Farad is fantastic. And every time I had already the white version. Now we have the new version, the black version. Fantastic. So if you don't yet, please follow here Turin Giants, and you can find the t-shirts on their site. Grazie ragazzi, and grazie.
I hope that Pirlo will change his story with Sampdoria, because he started not very well. He lost against I don't know, Como in the last match away. So will be employed. No.
5 points in 7 matches. It's not a lot, huh?
Yeah, but I have to admit that the squad is not very good, because I think that they are going to keep the category. Impossible to get a place in the playoff. Impossible to try to do something better. And but of course, it started not very well, and I hope that he will be able to change his story there.
I hope so, because with Karamoguruk in Turkey, it was not fantastic. Now with Sampdoria, didn't start well. Do you think it's a wrong choice from him? Because Serie B is different than Serie A. It's
it's a huge club, Sampdoria, with big story, big tradition, but now they're suffering a lot, especially because they are trying to build a new club after what happened with Ferrero, and it's a tricky job, because you can do great things, but you can fail. And now he's not doing very well, to be honest. But I hope that it will change. It will change something in terms of tactical aspect, because Beppe, the Serie B is very, very tough, very tough. A lot of matches. It's a very long journey.
I agree. Dan Avola is writing Sule Ballon d'Or. I was not able to watch the game. You watched. Tell me about my boy.
Of course, I watched Frosinone against Fiorentina. In the first half, Sule was, in my personal opinion, the best of Frosinone. He did a double Rabona. He did a beautiful double Rabona. And then he scored his first goal, always with the head.
Crazy,
against Sampdoria for his first goal in the Serie A with us. And he played very well. Again, he's one of the best players of Frosinone. Always, he's improving a lot. He has a good relationship with Eusebio Di Francesco. So I think that Di Francesco is the best coach in this phase of his career, because he's like a teacher, and Sule is learning a lot of lessons.
I agree. No, fantastic player, a good player, and I think that year will be extremely beneficial. And I think that the Juventini can still have a bit of trust, because I think that the journalist asked, "Do you want to go back to Juve?" And he said, "Of course, I would love to go back." So after the year, there is no obligation, right? There is no obligation, no option.
No. That's just on loan until the end of the season. And of course, now I'm curious to see what Juventus will do with him for the next season, because if Mattias will continue to improve, then you have to understand very well the situation. You have to be ready to bet on him, and 100%. But Matthias is improving physically, mentally. He started to score. He was unlucky in the first message because he hits
Post.
the bar, the post, but Matthias is improving a lot. He's improving a lot. That is very important for Frosinone, but for you as well.
I agree. I agree.
And
Barbara,
Enzo did a very beautiful match today.
yeah.
Yeah, Baranechea is playing very, very, very well too.
And when is Caio Jorge starting? Not yet. He's not ready physically.
Today he was not on the bench.
Ah,
Maybe physically is not good, but Di Francesco said 2 or 3 weeks ago that it's difficult to come back after more than 1 year without playing. So in its time, and they need that Caio will be able, because Khedira, okay, is a good striker, but sometimes maybe it could be replaced. But I think that Caio, especially in the second part of the season, if he will be patient, if he will be strong mentally, he will do a good effort for Frosinone. But
Barbara,
Enzo has been really, really strong today, solid
I
in
mean,
front
it's a
of the
good
defense.
player. I was, since the day that I saw Max Allegri starting him against Torino, I
Yeah,
said that the kid, he has a bit of nerves. The last time I saw him a bit,
yeah, because
fighting with
Beppe
people.
is not very, he's a smart player.
Mm,
He's a
mm,
completely smart player. Not technically very, very good, but he knows always what he has to do with the
it's
ball,
true.
without the ball. He knows his position, how to put himself there, there, there. He's a very good player.
And doing the basic things good is not as easy as we think, yeah? Because doing the
Beppe,
basic things well is important in football.
If Barenechea and Sule, if they will play together 15 matches together, that's unbelievable news for Juventus, because that
Yeah,
means
yeah,
that next season you will have 2 players ready to compete at high level, and
I agree.
maybe you can bet 100% on both. So we'll see what will happen. But Matthias, guys, is doing very, very, very well. Not just today. He started very well. He's doing very well, and will continue to do very well.
What about Mourinho? Because Barbara is saying Pirlo is as successful as Mourinho.
Guys, I want no right now, because if we talk about Mourinho, we talk about a serial winner, and if we talk about Pirlo, he won 2 trophies here in Turin. Don't
It's
forget
true.
that, guys. I watched Genoa Roma,
Hmm.
and I don't know what I say because I think that Roma. From the start of the season, they conceded 11 or 12 goals. For Mourinho, it's unbelievable,
It's a
because
lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot. And
They are 16th in Serie A, 16th with one win, two draws, and three losses already. Yeah,
so bad table. They are in relegation zone so far.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. They are there because they won 7-0 against Empoli. They are positive with the difference of goals. But if you cancel that 7-0, it's a real disaster of
Yeah.
Mourinho Roma. And if you are looking at the players, they
But Beppe,
Lukaku, Dybala.
yeah, Beppe, but now it's very difficult to recover these points. That Roma, is a very hot. They have hot supporter. It's not easy to work there, especially when you don't win. I watched the game tonight. Cristante was again the best. Cristante is a good, solid player, but then the other players, unacceptable.
But on the other side,
Paolo, Lukaku had just a chance, but he was offside, but he
I
scored that.
saw, I saw.
Dica, a nightmare. Mancini, bad.
Oh, was it the red card for Mancini or not? Because he's going really with the
No,
elbow. Huh?
you
I
can
don't,
do that. You can do that, but 15-15.
for me, it's a player that is really aggressive, huh? Because you know that it's you know the type of player. It's
Yeah, you know that he likes to play in this way,
he likes really to play dirty, and you see
especially
that.
when he's losing. When. But guys, AS Roma for now at the moment they have a lot of problems. I don't know if they will be able to fix these issues.
Because they are now at -10 from Inter and Milan. -10, it's already after 6 games. It's a lot. Also,
No, it's a lot.
a lot of people are saying it's the third season of Mourinho is always a curse. I don't know because last year, how much they finished? Seventh, I believe. The year before, it was not that they were doing fantastic. So it's already, the third year of Mourinho that he's not able to do something great with. Okay, they won the Conference League. They arrived in the final of Europa League, but on the other side, in Serie A, it has never been really great. Huh? Mourinho
Everybody, Beppe, everybody
with
knows that
Roma, with Roma.
this will be his last season there because his contract will expire in 2024 on June, and it's not so likely that he will extend his contract. And maybe that's true. That you are going to change adventure next season, but they are performing very, very bad so far.
Mm. Because I saw some people already think it's not a rumor, it's not journalism. But do you think that Mourinho could be sacked for Antonio Conte, or Antonio Conte would not go to Roma?
Mm.
Lukaku, he
But
likes Lukaku.
if you are Antonio Conte,
No, I would not go. I would not go.
will you go or not? Will you accept or reject? Now, that's very hard to accept a potential offer by SRO because you have to
Also,
rebuild everything. Of course, maybe you can read the roster and you say, okay, I have Dybala, I have Lukaku, I have Cristante, I have Rui Patricio, but there you have to work hardly to build a team because they are not performing as a team. No, 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 no.
on the other side, it's dangerous and to accept because Lukaku is not your player.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of players that they took is not even their players.
Then,
Huh?
then
And injury prone.
next summer you have to understand what Dybala wants to do because
Mhm.
he chosen to sign for AS Roma. Then this is another season to know the knowledge, the speed up of the project. That's not an easy situation at
Mhm.
all. But I don't know. I don't know what will happen there, guys. I don't know. I don't know because it's a very dangerous atmosphere there.
Mm. Can we speak about Juventus now? Because we have a few things to speak about
Yeah,
Juventus.
but we won 1-0 against Lecce. We don't have to stay here to talk a lot about normal normal thing.
What did you think about the game, Ram? You liked the
No,
performance?
no, 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 no,
Mm.
no, no, no. That was a very boring performance. Of course, the most important thing was to win. We achieved this goal, and now we have to be focused on what we have to do in Bergamo on Sunday. But maybe it was not easy to restart after the big defeat in Reggio Emilia, especially in the first half. I watched a lot of players scared.
Mm.
They played with the fear,
Mhm.
or just what my impression. That's it, Beppe. Do you agree?
I because you were at the stadium, but when I was watching on television, I was doing the watch along at the 52nd minute, so number 52. You see Bremer that is saving the ball, is putting it in corner kick, and then you see it with his two hands on his knees, he's watching the ground, then he's
Mhm.
watching in front, and you could really feel the fear. He
Yeah,
was scared. It was really at the 52, and you're doing 0-0 with Lecce that is not dangerous, and you clearly see that mentally they were really scared, and you
We
feel it,
had
huh?
just two big chances. The first one with Chiesa in the first
Yeah.
half, and then when we scored with Milik. That's it. That's
But
it.
how can it happen, Rom? Because if Juventus was conceding, I don't know, a goal or a dangerous counterattack, okay, you say pay attention. Let's pay attention to what is happening. Let's stay a bit more behind. But here there was nothing. It was 26 minutes, the shot of Chiesa, that close, and we stopped playing. What is happening in their head? I don't understand
No,
it.
no, no, Beppe. It was very difficult to play against Lecce because they have a good organization. They don't play at all an offensive football, but they are very solid. They know very well that what they have to do. So they get 11 points, and that's a
Yeah, yeah.
lot. That's a lot for them to achieve their goals, that to keep the category. But we have to consider what happened in Reggio Emilia, because
Mm.
that's the point. And the most important thing was to come back to win, especially at home, and to prepare in the right way in terms of result what we have to do on Sunday. But if I have to be honest, Vlad has posted that Lecce was a great game. We were in control for all 90 minutes. That's true, because we didn't consider chances to Lecce, but of course against Lecce I would like to see my team playing an offensive football, try to create more chances, and we didn't that. But that's normal, Beppe, because as I said in several times from the start of the season, we'll live up and down, up and down, up and down. That's it.
Who were the two best ones and the two you think flop of the game?
Best one, so Chiesa,
Hmm.
I enjoyed his performance, and Rugani and McKennie.
Yeah.
Rugani was solid, and McKennie has played a normal but good match. And the flop, of course, he scored, but in the first half, I didn't like what
Mm,
did Milik. A
I
lot
agree
of
with you.
silly mistakes technically, but of course, he scored. We won thanks to his head. And Cambiaso, not good
Mm.
at all. I gave him 5 in terms of rating, and
You know,
and
I didn't
I
like the Danilo. I didn't like Danilo.
yeah, not comfortable in this period.
Difficult, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
He
That's true.
lost, I believe, 14 or 15 balls. He was the one that touched the most. You clearly see, I don't know if you noticed or not, there was clearly I believe, the recommendation, if we build, it's not Bremer that builds.
Yeah,
At the 35th minute, if I'm not wrong, there was, I believe, 25 difference in touches of ball from Danilo and Bremer. Bremer, he was touching, I believe, 12 balls at the 35th minute. So it was really, really crazy to see that this time they didn't give Bremer the authorization to build from the back.
yeah. But he has a huge experience, so he knows how to manage himself in this kind of games. But of course, he's not playing very well.
Mm.
We must be honest. And also Rabiot, okay, he made the assist, important assist, but his performance so slow. No,
You know, it looks like, again, a Rabiot that is, in terms of statistics, really great because you see ball interceptions, tackles, blocks, also offensively, yeah. 2 assists already this season, 1 goal. But it's not anymore the Rabiot that you see in the field. Looks like someone that you don't see, but then at the stats is super high. So it's again a different Rabiot than last season. It's totally
I think
different.
that because Rabiot was not in the US with the team,
Mm.
so when you don't you can prepare in the right way the preseason, then you can struggle a little bit.
Yeah, but
And
the big difference is 2 years ago. He
yeah,
didn't travel, but he was okay. So he trained in La Continassa with the like Vinnova with the kids. This year he had that small problem, so he couldn't train perfectly. Yeah, that's the big difference.
Yeah. But of course, now he will improve his physical condition. As I said, he will struggle to be at 100%. And but at the moment, he did 2 assists and 1 goal in Udine. Not so bad, but in terms of performance, I agree 100% with you that is not the same Rabiot of the last season.
Thomas is repeating a bit what you said earlier. The team has really low self-esteem after the Sassuolo loss. Ram, do you think that that win over Lecce now brought some positivity? Did we forget Sassuolo or not yet, according to you?
I will answer this question after Bergamo, because that's a crucial game for us, for our grow up at the beginning of the season. Because if we win there, that's really important. That means that we forgot what happened in Reggio Emilia. If we will lose points there, that's a problem. That's a problem, because that means we will live up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's very important to go there on Sunday to try to do our best to come back with the 3 points, because there you can prepare the derby in the right way, and then we'll have the second break of the season. So step by step.
What are the latest from La Continassa from today? The latest, Vlahovic, Lombardia, people that do not
No,
always
I think Vlahovic
acting.
will play against Atalanta, because he worked with the group today. I don't know if Ken will be selected for this match, because he's in doubt at real. And but the other guys are available, so we have all the right elements to go there to try to win.
Federico Chiesa, because we know that he was not 100%. He also trained separately today, I think, or yesterday.
Yeah, but just because sometimes you have to manage him after the bad injury that he had now 2 years ago, because now we are close to 2 years ago.
To January, it's true.
But of course, Federico will start against Atalanta.
Do you think that AJ is correct when he's saying that we are a bit too harsh on Juve?
No,
We are correct in
we
criticizing
are
Juve?
correct, because of course we try to analyze in the right way what happened. And as I said, against Lecce, I would like to to watch Juventus playing an offensive football. Of course, I agree. The most important thing is to win. But we have to admit that the performance against Lecce was not a good performance.
Mm.
It was a pragmatic performance.
I commented the game. I said that after the watch along, I said for me it was one of the most difficult one to comment, because it was really really slow pace. And you know what I was scared about, Ram, that everything that we saw, even if sometime it was not working, but I saw that we tried to play with intensity. We tried in some moments of the game with high pressure, and all these kind of things. I didn't see them anymore, so I was really scared. And with Lecce, it can happen. It's an isolated game, but as you said, Atalanta will be an extremely important test. I would be scared if we give up on everything that we trained just because we lost 4-2 against Sassuolo. That would be according to me. But on the other side, Sassuolo winning over Inter, I think it's also a good one. It's not also only Sassuolo winning against Juve. I think it's easier to now
Yeah, but
forget.
now we have to change page, because of course against Atalanta on Sunday will be a totally different game.
Mm.
We must ready in all our aspects, physically, mentally, to approach in a very good mood this game, because against Atalanta you have to run, and in the last season we won there, and we played a very good match, a Remember the Ealing had scored his first goal there. Vlahovic scored against, what happened with Dusan. But there will be a very different game. And, of course, will be a very tough game because Atalanta are improving a lot. They have experience. They have a lot of quality players. So we must be ready, guys.
I was just watching. I saw Junior Messia doing the celebration of Francesco Totti with the cell phone, a selfie. That was a funny one. Junior Messia in front of Totti. He was there in the stadium, huh? By the way.
Yeah. He was in the stadium, and there will be a a very nightmare for him tonight.
Mm, mm. Allegri will not gamble against Atalanta. He will play a tight game and will accept a 1-0. What game do you think he will prepare, Max?
We play against Atalanta always in the same mood, because we try to play between the lines. We try to be solid in terms of defense and very very pragmatic in the counter-attack. So we must run, Beppe, with Chiesa, with Dusan, with maybe if Ealing will play, with Rabiot, with Locatelli. We have to be brave. We have to be brave to try to hurt Atalanta. So solid in the back and brave in the counter-attack.
Do you believe in that one?
I hope so. Because I enjoyed a lot that day. I remember perfectly where I was. And it was an unbelievable day, guys. Unbelievable day. But for everyone, I think.
Inter 15, Milan 15, Lecce lost. There are no unbeaten team anymore. Do you think that we exaggerated in praising Inter? We were exaggerated. They already won, or it happens and go on.
I think that they are the main favorite with Milan, and I want to add Napoli because they will be able to compete each other to try to win the title. To be honest, we must be humble. We must look at what happened around us, and then we'll see what we can do. But we must be humble, guys. We must be realistic. Of course, we to be ambitious, step by step. But I think that I watched also Inter Sassuolo. I think that in the first half they played a normal game. In the second half they suffered a lot, but that means Sassuolo are a very good team, because if in 3-4 days you win against Juventus and Inter, in terms of organization, that means you are on point. And Dionisi is a good coach. He works very well, especially with the two midfielders in there. Boloca, super against Juve and against Inter.
It's true.
And Mateus Rique, super in both games. Berardi, right now, he plays like Maradona. Pinamonti, he scored already 4 goals, if I'm right, in 6 matches. Lorente is doing very well. So they have a good organization, and especially when they can play with a big opponents, they have the desire to show everyone that they are able to get important results.
Ryan Cross, grazie amico mio, saying, I will say this now. Against Atalanta, I start Ealing and Wea. Speed to catch the guard, and then McKennie for a solid game.
No, I understand his plan, but I think that McKennie will start because right now he's one of the best in terms of performance of the team. And there I could agree, because I think that there will play or Ealing or Kostic at the beginning of the match.
Do you think it?
You can be more balanced on the right side with McKennie, and then to try to be offensive on the left side. So healing, Kostic, try to break the space.
Do you think it's something good to have a one game Kostic, one game Cambiaso, one game Ealing, or we should go for one and one can be on the market in January maybe?
Beppe, there we have fortunately three very good players and who deserve plays.
Mm.
That's simple.
Is there a player that didn't play a lot and that you would love to see more on the field?
Healing.
No, a player that didn't play a lot.
Ah, oh, I think that to be honest, maybe I would like to see Healing playing a little bit more, and maybe against Atalanta we would have a good chance. But the other guys, of course, Nicolussi. I hope that he will get minutes during this first part of the season, because for now, at the moment, we're talking about 6 matches and 0 minutes.
0 minutes. I think it's the only one with Heisen, but Heisen is still considered, mix next gen that didn't
Hausen.
play. All the other ones they played, huh? I
Hausen.
think Heisen and
Yeah, they both played against Recanatese, and
how
then
did they play?
played very well, and also healed it. They both played very well.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I couldn't watch the game. I didn't check. Nonje, he played or not yet?
No,
Okay.
no, it was on the
Uh,
bench.
and the new ones, Comenencia, Salifu, are they performing well?
Salifu has played very well. His best match at the moment
Good.
against Recanatese. Damiani has played a solid game, but we're improving. We're improving as a team. It's important to get important results to go on the pitch with the desire to improve without fear. Now we have 6 points. Of course, will not compete title to go the Serie B. In my personal opinion, will not compete to get a place in the playoff as well. But we have to live a normal league without big issues. And fortunately now we are in the right way. Ciao guys, ciao a tutti, ciao ciao ciao.
But that's super important. Now we are playing the next game against the first one in the league, so that will be a really tough game as well. Huh?
That's a big test to understand our grow up. But I prefer to play against them with 6 points because it was important to win the last 2 matches in a row.
Muharemovic, he received a contract extension.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
Good player, very good player, and he's a warrior. He has a good foot, and he's extended his contract until 2026, and he can still improve. But I like him. He's a good central back. He can play on the left, on the right, the center. So Muaremovic is a good prospect, and I'm sure that he will improve.
Where is that? How do they play next gen 3-5-2 as well? Huh?
Yeah, no, that's 3-4-2-1. So he plays behind the striker.
Good.
You can play with him and Guerra behind Cherry, who scored 3 goals in this. Yeah, he's playing very well. But he's playing as a trequartista.
Mohammad, 23 months as a member of the channel. Grazie, Mohammad.
Grande Mohammad.
I don't see a team bigger advantage than the other year. This year, all top teams will face issues at mid-season if no scandal come this year. Juve has the same chances with ugly play style.
Guys, we are able to do everything. We are able to go in Bergamo and to win, to lose points. We don't know. We have to be patient to understand in the coming 2 matches our level, and there we start to analyze what we can do during the season.
If Juventus in
we will win.
December is doing well and there is the possibility, do you think that we will do something on the mercato? Because it's already 2 days that we start again speaking on the papers about mercato. I see the name
But
of
we can buy Vlahovic at 80 million euros. No chances. Maybe all one, a clear chance. Of course, I think that Giunto Manna will evaluating this roster, especially without Pogba. There we have a problem. We have a lot of problems there, but the main problem is to replace potentially Paul.
We will know
next week. I think that we'll understand better the situation next Thursday.
Yeah. Do you think it will be a final decision, or they will say something and then we will need to wait a bit more? How does it work generally? I don't know.
To be honest, I don't know. But I think that in a few days after, then on next Tuesday, if I'm right, we will know. We'll know.
Here, give an answer to Ryan Cross. Ciao, Ryan Cross. With January window coming in, who do you think that will be on the entry market, who on the exit, or will there be any mercato?
As I said, guys, maybe we'll try to replace potentially Paul. I say potentially because we have to understand what will happen with Paul. But we have a problem there.
Do you think that if in January, for example, Ealing Jr. is not playing a lot, or maybe Kostic or whatever, do you think that we can put one of them on the market?
Maybe. If you got important offers, you have to evaluate that.
McKennie's off mercato now. It's over. He stays.
I think that at Juventus there are not untouchables. Someone will make a bid for McKennie. What you do? But I hope, guys, that we'll do something in midfield. That I would like to hear somebody to link it to Juventus, because against Napoli scored. I think that Udinese so far they've scored just 2 goals, and Samardzic scored both.
Yeah, it's true. He's top scorer of Udinese at the moment.
That means they are going to be in relegation mood very, very soon.
Did you hear about the names Højbjerg? Because there's people about I never watch him. I don't even know.
He's a very solid player. I think that this is his 4th season at Tottenham. He scored 5 goals in the last season, if I'm right. But he's not playing very well with the new coach of the Spurs. We'll see, guys. We'll see. It's impossible, guys, to talk about the market on September.
But does it make sense to go maybe for a player like Højbjerg in January, or you say we wait and we go really with a big target? Because Højbjerg, with all the respect, I maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see him as the one that will solve for me. I don't want to go with the bandage for a few months and then we will see. I prefer to wait and maybe go for Samardzic, maybe for Kefren Thuram. I don't know.
You have to understand, first of all, Beppe, what you can do in January. Because if you have the money, you can do something important. But I don't think that Juventus will do that in January.
De Sciglio will be our January signing.
Yeah. I hope that Mattia will do that, because We need, of course, right now, McKennie is playing very well, but we need that Timothy will show his potential. We need to recover Mattia. That's a very long season.
I agree.
We don't want
How
another Zaccaria or Rincon.
I respect Rincon.
Look, and respect for Zaccaria, because Zaccaria is a very good midfielder, guys. Of
I
course,
but yeah, midfielder, sometimes even central defender, because with Monaco he played a few times center defender this season. Huh?
I think that Zaccaria is perfect if you want to play with two men in the midfield.
In the midfield. In the midfield. I like Zakaria. I also bought the shirt of Zakaria immediately, and unfortunately, after 6 months, he was gone.
So
So
you
that's
have to
my
sell.
fault.
You have to sell that jersey.
No, it's a beautiful jersey. You know
You
the
have
jersey.
how many jersey of Juventus you have?
I have a lot. I have a lot.
A
I have a lot. I have too
number?
much.
A number?
I don't
More than
know.
15?
Yeah, yeah, more than 50.
100?
I don't know. I don't know. I know that I counted a few years ago. I counted I had like over 50. Now I don't know. But I
100.
like the shirts.
100, 100, 100.
I don't. I like. But you know what's the problem now? I buy them for me, but also my son he wants the shirts. So last season we had three for me and three for my son. Disaster. Yeah, it cost a lot. It cost too much. Way too much money. Too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Azzurri Juve, 22 months. Ciao
Grande
Azzurri
Azzurri.
Juve. Nino is saying, ciao guys. One, are there any players not getting minutes that we would like to see more, if anyone? But this one we already answered.
Nicolussi, Ealing, Heisen.
Yeah. And then two, passing is so fundamental to the sport, but so often we lapse in that area. Why do we have trouble moving the ball? That's a good question.
That's a very good question, but that's a tactical question. So you are a coach. I'm not a coach, Beppe. So you can give to our friend a good answer.
But when can you miss a pass in football? I said it last time. 3 times you can miss, or you are playing too fast, and your legs they can't follow, and then you are not precise because faster you are, less precise you are. That's one. Two, when you are too slow, because when you are too slow, everyone is static. And then sometimes being slow, when you are doing a pass when the ball is not rolling, it's more difficult than when the ball is rolling. So that's when. And the third one is, I believe, it's when
You are not
mentally,
good technically.
no, when mentally you're scared, because
Okay.
you're scared to miss, and then you have that factor in your head. I don't believe it's because we are too fast. So according to me, I believe it's because when we are dropping the rhythm and when we start to be scared, that's when we miss. Because technically, Locatelli is able to do openings of 50
Especially when
meters.
you play in the Serie A, when you play at Juventus, it's impossible that you
Eh,
are not able to be good technically and at high level.
I agree. I agree.
GJustjuve could replace Jeep.
Yeah, yeah.
You will be the new main target, main sponsor. Sorry.
On the shirt, GJustjuve. Oh, do we know if it's true that it's over with Jeep next year? Will we have a new one? Do we know something about that?
There are some rumors about that. We'll see, but I think in a month we'll have cleared the situation.
Mm. Antonio, we are rushing a lot with the passes, and we prefer long passes. That's the thing. I don't think we prefer long passes, but we are using again the long passes when
When we have
we
to
go-
force,
and that's not good because
when
you
we have
lose.
to force, because you don't look people with the right movement without the ball. You have to force. Yeah.
Mm, people they want Apple or Tesla. Who do you prefer, Apple or Tesla on the shirt of Juve?
Of course, guys. Apple. I'm
Apple.
mad. Apple.
I like Apple as well.
Money, 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 money.
That's a good question.
I hope so. Guys, I have to admit that in the last season, as I said several times, when Rugani has played, he did it always in the perfect way. He played against Osimhen and he won the battle. He played against Zapata and he won the battle. So I think against Lecce, Rugani was the best defender at Juventus. So
Mm.
I don't know if he will become a starter this season or not. But I'm sure that Rugani, when he will play, he will do that in a good way. Yeah,
You made a video about Chiesa this morning, yeah?
yeah. In which I said that between October and maybe December, Juventus will start the negotiation with different players, with Chiesa, with Szczesny, with Vlahovic, with Rabiot. I think Gatti is almost done his renewal with Juventus until 2028. Maybe Rugani will extend his contract. So, but I think that around November, December, we'll know something more about Chiesa and the other players.
Ram, are you in contact with other reporters like Fabrizio Romano, Nicolo Schira? How does it work?
I have a very good relationship with Fabrizio Romano. We are friends because you know Fabrizio has worked for a few months more years ago at Goal, and we started together because he's 13, I'm 14-4, so I have a very good relationship with Fabri, and we were together 2 months ago in Milan. We spent together a lunch. He explained to me how he ran the story regarding Nagelsmann and Tuchel. Unbelievable, but Fabrizio is the number one in the world.
Rabio, why did he sign only 1 year?
It's to understand the situation. What Juventus can do this season, if Juventus will fight for the title, if Juventus will compete to get a place in the Champions League, if Allegri will stay or not, the new organization of the board. So a lot of things.
When I talk with him in the interview I did on Twitch with him,
Yeah,
you know, we didn't really speak about the length of the contract and so on. But you see, there's a player that said, I'm feeling well at Juve. I have a coach that is trusting me. I have the opportunity to continue doing well where I did well. The grass is not always greener somewhere else. In a year with Euro 2024, I also am here, and Juventus waited for me when I had a difficult time. I think it's also fair for me to stay at Juve to help them also in a difficult time. So I think it's also normal to.
and don't forget, guys, that we have the Euros, because if you play for Juventus, if you play regularly, if you play well, you feel at the comfort zone during the season. That then you have the Euros. It's better to stay.
I
It's
agree.
better to stay because you know that here you are a key player. For example, if Rabiot, there were some rumors about Man United. Man United are playing very bad. There are a lot of problems with different players. So you can go there. Maybe you don't play,
Hmm.
and maybe you don't go to the Euros. So I
But
think that that's what the best solution for everyone.
I think also at Chelsea, for example, it's another team that is in huge difficulties. They are looking for themselves. Super, super difficult to be in these teams that are looking for themselves. You never know. So I agree with that. Atalanta, Derby della Mole, Milan. And the three next games are
Milan after the break.
after the break. But the
Thanks
three,
God.
it's a block of games. How do we need to approach these three games? How many points do you think we need to do? We
We
have to
need
do
at least 7 points. 7
two
points.
wins, one draw.
Yeah, yeah. We have to try to win the both matches at home.
Hmm.
Against Milan, we play in Turin, right?
No, I think in San Siro. San Siro.
Ah, no, in San Siro.
Because we played Derby della Mole in our home and then Verona.
Aia. So, 7 points.
7 points.
7 points.
Winning over Atalanta, winning the Derby, and
Draw.
a draw against Milan
A
is
draw
acceptable.
against Milan. Yeah.
What can be the worst scenario for Juventus in these 3 games?
3 points.
Mm.
Just to win against Toro. But guys, believe me, there will be very, very hard to beat Torino this season. Of course, yesterday they lost against Lazio, but don't forget that they won their last derby at Juventus home in 1994-95.
Mm. These kind of stats, I don't like them. When I see them, I don't like them because then that means one day the record.
One day, that's football.
Noor, 20 months.
Noor, big Noor.
I don't understand how Jeep will not be your sponsor when Exor Partners is the partner with the company. Am I right? Yeah. Jeep is
That's a
part,
rumor. That's a rumor right now
but it's a
because
rumor. Yeah.
the contract with Jeep will expire after this season. So we'll see what will happen. But that's true that maybe Juventus will change the main sponsor.
Oh, maybe. Oh, Noor. Sometimes Jeep is offering, I don't know, I'm just inventing at 20 million for 5 years. And then if you're in negotiation with another sponsor that wants to come at the end of the contract offering you more, it can happen. Huh? So, also when you have a brand, sometimes it's also good to change sponsor to give visibility to a brand. But again, it's a rumor, so let's see if it will be confirmed or not. Beppe, where do you buy tickets for away games? Hey, you know that I didn't
Beppe
buy
is a
any.
special guest. Beppe is a special
No,
guest.
I didn't go to away games. If you live outside of Italy, how do you do? I think that you have to go on the site of the team that you are playing. For example, I don't know, Genoa Juve. You have to go on the site of Genoa and see when they are putting the tickets online. That's what I think is what people are doing. You
I
know
don't
some
know,
I don't
guys,
know.
because I
You
bought
work.
my last ticket. I think 50 years ago.
Yeah. No, don't go on these kind of sites. Raul. First, go on the site of the team, and if you want to be sure, contact Maurizio from Around Turin. I know that he already answered that question to other people, but I don't remember the answer. But most of the time now it's like that. You go on the site of the club that is playing. You have to put your details in, your name, and so on, and then it's working. Rom, you know it. I will not leave you alone without doing the formazione.
Yeah, we have to try.
We are obliged to
We
do.
have to try, guys. We have to try.
Wait, that was the last one.
Mamma mia.
That was
So
the last one.
let's start. Szczesny on goal.
Yeah,
Danilo and Bremer for sure. Rugani. Maybe Rugani could start over Gatti. What do you think?
I think that Rugani he won a lot of positions. Also, because of course it's not that we discovered Rugani now or that Allegri doesn't know Rugani, but seeing that he was ready to play, I think he convinced really a lot.
Okay.
So I think this will be the starting.
Okay.
If I could, I would change it. I would try it like that. Rugani can play on the left as well. Huh?
Yeah, but for the rotation, I think that it's better if Rugani plays with McKennie.
Yeah, could be.
So
Could be.
you have to put Rugani, yeah.
Yeah.
So McKennie, Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot, Cambiaso. Maybe Kostic, and the second half with Tilling. Chiesa, Vlahovic. Yeah, I think that we are going to play. Of course, maybe could change something between Rugani and Gatti and the Kostic, Tilling, but Gatti, I don't know if he will play. Rugani did very well.
Mm.
Did well against Lecce, so maybe you have to understand the period of the player.
What will be the
Yeah.
key to beat Atalanta, you think? Left, right, the middle, playing short, fast. How do you
No,
beat Atalanta?
Counter-attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor counter-attack. Be solid on the back and be fast during the counter-attack, especially on with Kostic or Ealing, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Rabiot. Put inside.
Give me a percentage of doubt between Ealing and Kostic, or maybe even
16,
Cambiaso.
14.
Who can the percentage of these three? Cambiaso, Kostic, Ealing.
Maybe Kostic 16,
Yeah.
20 Ealing, 20 Cambiaso.
So favorite Kostic, according to you. Huh?
Yeah. Because he works well there with the assist, with the cross. So and he didn't
Fagioli,
play. He didn't play against Lecce. He was on the bench on the start.
I saw Fagioli improving, so I was
Yeah.
really happy to see Fagioli improving. I think he won his starting spot. Locatelli and Rabiot don't change him, even if they are the two last men on earth. So I think that they will start, especially now against Atalanta, because then you have again 1 week to prepare the derby. So I would have expected a bit more, rotations during the game with Lecce, but we were not able. And that's annoying because against Lecce, if you're able to score really fast, you change the game. And then if you're able to take, like 2-0 lead in the last 20 minutes, you can do a lot more changes and trying and it didn't happen. So you will go with the best possible team against Atalanta, I think. Let me check.
Agree.
Johnny wants Inning on the left. People Chiesa. No, Chiesa, I'm happy in that new role. How do you see him in that second striker role?
Oh, yeah, he knows how to score, and it's important that he scores. So we have to insist on that. Yeah. Romeo, who is the biggest talent in Italian football right now? Maybe Baldanzi, who is
Young
playing.
talent then.
He's playing very well at Empoli.
Hey,
The
you
future
know what's
of
funny?
Fundi.
I was watching you on Juventus on Wednesday, and you said Empoli will win the first game of the season. And I remember there was the discussion about a shot of Baldanzi. It's true, huh?
Yeah. It was right for 4 matches. It was wrong for Inter because I was sure that Inter were to win easy. And Lazio Torino. I said X2.
At the end, it was Lazio that won. What are the next games? Let me check. I'm really curious because we have Lecce Napoli.
Lecce Napoli 2.
Let me write. Lecce Napoli. You say Napoli. Milan Lazio. Mamma mia, that's a big game.
Milan.
Salernitana Inter.
Inter.
Bologna Empoli.
X. Draw.
Udinese Genoa.
Draw.
Yeah, me too. This one. Atalanta Juve. Mamma mia, that's a big one. No, don't say about
I
Atalanta
prefer
Juve.
not to speak.
Roma Frosinone. Attenzione.
2 sulle. No, Roma.
Not sure about that one.
No? The second goal of Sule of the season?
Hey, drawing against Fiorentina, it gives even more self-esteem.
For sure, because you
And
understand
also
that
because they were losing 1-0.
you understand that you are raising your level.
Yeah. Sassuolo Monza.
1. Sassuolo.
Torino, Verona.
X.
And the last one, Fiorentina, Cagliari.
1.
It's a pity, for Cagliari with Ranieri that at the moment is not finding the magic touch.
No, they have a big problem as the attack. No one is scoring there. Romeo, Lazio will win against Milan and Lecce will draw Napoli. That's possible, guys. That's possible.
Would be beautiful. Ragazzi, 1 hour. We see each other. Wait, when are we playing on Sunday? We see each other Monday.
On Monday. On my channel, Beppe.
On your channel Monday, debrief of Atalanta. You hopefully with a win. That's important, so that we can smile a bit, because that's really important, I believe. Also, to if you want to forget Atalanta, I believe if we want to give a title to today's live is, if you want to forget about Sassuolo, you have to win against Atalanta.
For sure. That's it. That's true.
So we see each other on the channel of Romeo. If you didn't yet, please, ragazzi, go on the channel of Romeo. Put that subscribe button. If you like the t-shirt, you know it is on Turin Giants. For the rest, Maximo Fly, grazie. Arrivederci a tutti. Ciao ciao.
Buonanotte, guys.